Hi, teachers. It's Naomi from GBMC, and I'm going to show you some keyboard shortcuts today because I use them every day and they really help to make it quicker and smoother when you're working online. Because when you're working with students and you're kind of switching between whatever apps you're showing them and your meeting software, anything that you can do to kind of streamline that process, I think is really useful. So without further ado, here are my favorite shortcuts. The first one is Control Tab. I use this hundreds of times a day. On a Mac, it's Alt Tab, and it helps you to cycle between programs. So, for example, you hold your thumb down on Command and you tap on the Tab key, and as you do that, you move the highlight over different programs that you have open. So you can see I've got 4 programs up here. If I wanted to open up Chrome, I would just go over to Chrome, and I can also use my mouse to navigate there. Once the highlight is on Chrome, then I release my thumb from the tab key. So typically when I'm teaching, I'm wanting to swap between my presentation software and my meeting software. So I just have to Control Tab once because there's only 2 programs that I'm using, and that makes it a lot quicker. So I love this shortcut. The next few I'm going to talk about are ones that I use within PowerPoint. So if you don't use PowerPoint, this is not going to be useful for you. But within PowerPoint, if I want to start slideshow, instead of going up to my menu and pressing play from current slide, I use a keyboard shortcut for this. It's Command Enter on a Mac, or it's Shift F5 on a Windows machine, and that just opens the slideshow on the slide that you're at. When you're in the slideshow, you can use your arrow keys to go forward or backwards in the slideshow, or use your space bar just to go forward. Command P or Control P gets your pen tool up. So if you're using a Wacom tablet, that's a really useful one. And it's a toggle. So to go back to your cursor, normal cursor button, you can just press Command P again, and that gets you back to your normal cursor. To erase all of the pen on the screen, it's the E button. So to temporarily hide everything, just press the W key, W for white, or if you want it black, you can press B. And that's really useful if you just want to kind of have an aside about something else and then come back to the slide that you were on. To exit out of the slideshow, it's the escape key. And I'm now going to show you shortcuts I use for screenshotting. So screenshotting is something that I do all the time when I am working with students online or when I'm planning lessons. On a Mac, it's Command, Control, Shift, and 4. And that kind of opens up this sight cursor, and you can then take a photo of something, for example here, just drag around it. That automatically goes into your clipboard. So on a Windows machine, instead of Command Control Shift 4, you would do Windows Shift S, and that will open up your snipping tool. So instead of having to go down to the bottom and type snipping tool. So being that I've just taken a photo of that, it's now in my clipboard, which means I can paste it into my PowerPoint if I want to. So I'm just going to do that. I could go edit, paste, but I'm going to instead press Command V, and that just pastes it straight into my PowerPoint. So I'd strongly recommend getting to grips with those shortcuts because they really do make things quicker and easier for you. Although at the start it might feel like a lot to remember. So if you're only going to take one away from this, for me it would definitely be Control Tab to flick between programs quickly. So I hope you'll find them useful and that they help to make your lessons run more smoothly. All the best, and let me know how you get on. Bye.